This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Store, joined over Zoom by Mikey Mckinson. Bit of jet lag then, is that how it feels?
Yeah, I've been back 3 or 4 days now, and I've slept so much. I've slept so much. It's I've never experienced jet lag like this, but overall, I'm happy. I haven't got to be up for anything. I'm fortunate to be a full-time boxer and stuff, so I've been able to recover very well.
Well, that's all right then. But is it normal to get a bit of jet lag when you go over to the States? Why is it so bad this time around?
I've never been West Coast. Like I've
Really?
never been to West Coast part of like the States. I've only ever been to New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. So I've never been as far over. So yeah, I knew there'd be a little bit of jet lag because I've had jet lag before, but 3 or 4 days worth. All I've done is sleep. Really, I've been napping in the daytime like I'm an old man. Like you know what I mean. But no, it's all good. It's all good.
Now you know how retirement will feel.
That's it. I've I feel like I've been very lazy this week. Like obviously it's all earned, but yeah, I feel like I've been very lazy. I can't wait to recover from this time difference, straight back into the gym, and yeah, I want to be out in the summertime. So hopefully I can.
Is it kind of bittersweet? Kind of looking back at the kind of trip in America, obviously Virgil Ortiz pulled out. How did that feel that Virgil pulled out? How disappointed were you?
At the time, it was such a deflating feeling. But Lee Eaton, who told me, like my manager, he was in Dubai at the time, and he said, "Golden Boys still want you on the show. You're still going to get your US debut." And I was like, at the time, I thought, "There's no point crying and throwing like my toys out of the pram. I'm not gonna get my life changing fight against Ortiz, but I still get to fight in America, which people still dream of doing that." Um, I still felt very lucky to be in the position I was in, um, getting to fight in America. Like, I'm the first person from my city ever to fight in the States. So yeah, I just handled it in a positive way rather than whinge about it and stuff like that. And in hindsight, it done me the world of good the way I handled it and the way I stayed positive and stayed classy. Because Golden Boy, they liked me because of it. They spoke highly of me and they tried their hardest to keep me on the show, which they did. Obviously, it was a stressful week for me, like probably even more of a stressful week to the people trying to get a fight over the line, where it be Matchroom or MTK and stuff like that. We were working on 3 time differences, obviously with Lee and over in Dubai, then obviously the UK time, and then the West Coast time in the US. So it was a mad week. It was a mad week off. I'm very proud of myself the way I handled the week because it was a roller coaster. But at the end of the day, I still got to fight in the United States on a Golden Boy show. I still got paid very well, and I didn't take many shots. So I was laughing at the end of it.
Do you think that's interesting when you say about how well you handled it and Golden Boy respected that? Say you kind of decided to kind of throw your toys out of the pram, as you said earlier, and kind of like crying about it, not crying about it, kind of whinging about it, causing a big kind of palaver. Do you think that would have helped you so much about getting an opponent? Or do you think they said, okay, no, we'll just put this guy off for the next show?
Yeah, because they didn't need me on the show, did they? Like they don't owe me any favors. Like I'm not a Golden Boy fighter. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the way I handled it worked in my favor. Stayed respectful, stayed classy, stayed positive, and obviously I speak very well in the media as well. So me not crying and having like a strop about it definitely played a part in me keeping me on the show, 100%.
And Alex Martin, who was number 7 of other opponents they gave you, was it 7 opponents?
Me personally, said yes to 7 opponents. My team, like, like, uh, like, speaking of Frank Smith, he said there was more than 7. But me personally, said yes to 7 opponents.
Where did Alex Martin rank out of those opponents? Was he the best one?
I feel like he knew about the fight before I did. he flew in at the beginning of the week. Golden Boy flew him in at the beginning of the week. So I feel like maybe they was trying to pull a fast one on me. Who knows? But he already knew about the fight before I did. Out of all of the opponents, if I rank them 1 to 7 who I'd want to fight, he would be number 7. He's a tricky southpaw, good boxing IQ, quite negative, but all in all, the trickiest customer out of all of them. But for me, I've never had the luxury in picking and choosing who I can fight. I've never had the luxury of options. So I had to say yes to every single one of them to be able to fight. And I had to go out there and I was prepared to fight Ortiz. So anyone else shouldn't matter. No matter if the 7 opponents that I said yes to, one was 6'3", I said yes. One was short and I said yes. One was strong. One was a slick mover. One was come forward fighter. One was an orthodox. One was a southpaw. They were all different. So I think that speaks volumes in my character because not many people would have said yes to everyone. And I think by the 3rd or 4th, they would have probably packed their bags and gone home. I'll put up with a lot that week. But for me, that might not have ever happened again, the US debut, the opportunity to fight over there and stuff like that. So, and I worked very hard for nearly 4 months of diet and sacrifice and stuff. So the goal was whoever it is, I'm fighting, I feel like I was a dream for everybody that was organising the fights because I just said yes to every single one. And yeah, over the line, we got Alex Martin, which was a tricky customer, not my ideal opponent for the US debut. I've only sparred one southpaw in the last 6 months. That was Josh Taylor. But yeah, so it wasn't ideal, but every good fighter gets the job done no matter what the circumstances are. And it wasn't the most exciting fight. It wasn't the most exciting fight. Alex Martin done what he needed to do in there, which was on fight night, I had about seven pounds on him. I was heavier than him after I rehydrated and refueled and that. I had about 7 pounds on him, but whenever we got close, he would hold and the ref would split it. So really, I'm not happy with who I fought, but because he was very negative and it's hard to look good against somebody like that. Out of the 2 of us, he was the negative one. Out of the 2 of us, it was me that was trying to work and it was me that was pushing the fight. So wasn't the most exciting performance, but in a total of my LA experience, I'm very happy and I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, certainly should be. But do you think that Virgil Ortiz fight will be rescheduled now, or do you think it's in the past?
Well, the reason he got ill, I can't pronounce what it is that they've said, but it's to do with excessive weight making could be a part of that, and losing a lot of weight in a short amount of time and stuff like that, which tells me his 147 days are over, or very limited, but over. So I'm not counting on getting that rescheduled. I'm not counting on getting it rescheduled because at the end of the day, at the beginning, he didn't need to fight me. He was number 1 with the WBO, number 1 with the WBC, I think. So he didn't need to fight me. So I'm not counting on getting it rescheduled. I don't believe he fights at 147 anymore. But it doesn't matter because regardless of the Ortiz pullout, my stocks have risen so much from my LA trip. So much. I was really good in media. I've won a lot more supporters over, American supporters, and everyone in America knows who Michael Mckinson is now, regardless of who I box. That Alex Martin had 350 amateur fights. I had 50. There was somebody said, I don't know how true it is, he beat Errol Spence in the amateurs. So in terms of pedigree, he wins, but I won the fight and I got it done. So I fought a very good fighter in Alex Martin. I beat him quite clear. My stocks have risen, even before the Alex Martin fight. I was the talk of LA all week. So whatever happens next in my career is big. It's huge. So like, I got paid very well for the Golden Boy fight, like fighting on the Golden Boy shows, very well. So whatever comes next has to be worth it, business side, because people that know me knows that I've boxed a long time for not very good money. Now I'm in a position to earn good money out of it. I'm 28.
How good does that feel? How good does that feel that you boxed for like not very much money and then you got a nice payday? How does it make you feel?
It feels very good. I got a very nice payday and didn't take many shots, so I'm winning. But I mean, what comes next is like I can't go back and fight for pennies. You know what I mean? I'm unbeaten. Whatever makes sense business wise, we'll do. I've got a great team in MTK Global managing me, and you know, like I'm promoted by Eddie Hearn Matchroom Boxing, so I'm in a very, very good position right now. I was number 3 by the WBO. I don't know if I'm going to be pushed up in next month's rankings because I thought an activity is important, but I'm there. Like I'm not. Look, do you know what I mean? You look at it on paper, I'm 1 or 2 fights away from a world title fight on paper. So yeah, it's all down to my team and how they want to push me now, because it's no secret I'll fight anyone. I've proven that, you know, but I'll fight anyone if the money's right.
Who do you think's next for you then? Who I know you can call out anyone, but oh yeah, I want to fight this person, but who do you think's realistic? Do you think that has to be promoted by Matchroom, Golden Boy? Who do you think is most kind of realistic next opponent?
No one in Britain, and none of the British guys. I mean, because unless it's Khan, Brook, or Ben, I ain't gonna want to know anyone else, am I? Like I'm past it, I would say, and that's no disrespect to the domestic guys, but the amount of money I got paid on the weekend, and I won. Why would I sit at domestic level? So yeah, unless it's Khan, Brook, or Ben, I don't want to know domestically. I would like a world level fighter, a genuine, proven world class fighter, because I need to prove my class. Like Alex Martin, people can say, "Oh, he's a 140 fighter," or "Oh, it was like a last minute." So like, I need to. I was prepared to fight Ortiz. That was my world class proven moment. So yeah, a world class fighter I want next. Genuine name. But there's talks like the chief support, the fight that got moved to top of the bill on the weekend was Alexis Rocha against Blair Cobbs. And Oscar De La Hoya said at the press conference, the winner of them two could fight Mckinson. So that option's there, depending on numbers and stuff. Alexis Rocha, great fighter. He's got a great team. They're nice to me all week. Like, they're really nice to me. I said, like, I'd love to go Vegas. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a draw in America. So, like, I've never had the ability to be like, I want this, I want that. I've never had that luxury. So whatever I get given, I will take. But that option's there if Golden Boy and Matchroom can sit down and talk. There's obviously Matchroom put on huge cards in the UK. I'd love to be on a huge card. You know, like the last 12 months have done me great. I've boxed in Gibraltar on a pay-per-view card. I've boxed at Fight Camp in Eddie's back garden, and I've fought on a Golden Boy show in LA. What a 12 months. I think it's a year tomorrow is when I beat Chris Congo. I'm sure it's a year tomorrow. So yeah, like I've had a great 12 months, but there's huge cards I want to be on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my stocks are there now. Like, anyone can gill it. Anyone can gill it. Like, I've said yes to so many names, and I've probably got the biggest balls in British boxing, because there are so many fakes and snakes and talkers, and they'll say something and it won't actually happen. Like, whatever I say come true. Like, like I like to stay as real as possible, and whoever it is, as long as the numbers are right and my team are happy, then we'll do it. I'm in a great position.
Yeah, certainly. That's quite a good way to end it. I'm happy for you, Mikey. It's nice to
Thank you.
see someone doing so well. And 12 months, there's a mad 12 months, isn't it? You look back at it. Well, you're gonna put a post on Instagram tomorrow saying what a 12 months. You'll put a bit of picture of your handling race. Is that the plan?
Yeah, it's been oh yeah, that's never thought about that. But yeah,
I mean, every box always does that. Even if it's like 20 years ago, they still put it up.
Yeah, because I know don't know when this is going to be out, but Chris Congo's fighting tonight, isn't he? The first time since that fight. So I was seeing yesterday, it's like a year to the weekend since I had my first big breakout, really. So yeah, I probably will do a little post tomorrow now, mate. I probably will. It's been a great 12. Like, boxing wasn't really worth it before 12 months ago. I was frustrated. I was not getting what I deserve. I wasn't getting my big break on the big screen and stuff. And I finally got it, took my opportunity, and now look where I am. Boxing's taken me to LA. And the world's my oyster, because I haven't really been in many hard fights. I'm 27, I'm 28 in a few weeks, but I've got plenty of time left in this game. Plenty of time. Plenty of big fights. Plenty of big paydays. And my O's going nowhere.
Well, it's always good marking to hone that O there. But yeah, you're only 28 years old, still pretty young. Well, that's quite old to
I'm
me.
not 28 yet. I'm not 28 yet. I've got a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. That's still pretty old. Yeah, that's like, it's 11 years, isn't it? 11 years. But yeah, you got a lot of time. You have to see a lot more to come. But Mikey, I'll put all your socials in the description. But anything else you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just shout out to all my supporters that came, because I had fair few fly out. All my supporters that I won, because I've got a whole new load of supporters out there. The sponsors that came, like, that basically backed me for that fight, have been amazing. Like, sponsorship makes boxers' lives so much easier, especially being a full-time pro. It can get hard, but I'm very blessed and fortunate to have the backing I have. So yeah, like, big things for Portsmouth, big things for me, my family, and yeah, I'm excited for what's next.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Mikey, thanks for the time. I'm sure we'll catch up before your next fight, but we'll appreciate you coming on today. Thank you.
No worries, man. Appreciate it.